Hello, my dear students. I am Vishwadev Arya. Now, I am going to discuss next part of the chapter 1, that is fundamentals of computer system. In the previous video, we are discussing about the hardware and hardware devices, including the input peripherals and output peripherals. Input peripherals include such as mouse, keyboard, joystick, okay, and external output peripherals include monitor, speaker, plotter, printer. These are all external output peripherals. Peripherals are those devices which we connect to our computer system externally. That is called the peripherals. It includes both input peripherals and output peripherals. Now today we are going to discuss software. So as you all know that hardware and software both are the parts of the computer system and both are just like the body or soul of the computer system. So software are those programs, or you may say those instructions which we give to the computer system to perform our daily routine tasks or jobs. So these softwares are the programs that are utilized by the user, and user give instructions to the computer system. So the software is a program or instruction given by the user to the computer system. So there are two types of software. Here you see two types of software. First is the system software, and second is application software. System software and application software. Now system software are those software which controls the functionality of the whole computer system, including the hardware, and these are all the backbone of the computer system. System softwares are the backbone of the computer system, and mainly it perform all the functions of the computer system, including all the management and memory management and other things are performed by the system software. So the system software includes, there are three types of system software. That is the operating system, language processor, utility software. Third is the utility software. So software is a set of rules, set of instructions which we given to the computer system. So the first system software is the operating system. Now the operating system, characteristic of the operating system. So operating system is that system software that tracks all the management of the computer system, such as the memory management, sharing of all the resources is done by the operating system, and the popular operating system are Windows, Linux, Mac OS. These are all the examples of the operating system, and mainly the operating system also perform the device management, okay, and accountancy. Job accountancy means all the processes are managed by the operating system. Which process get first preference, which process get next preference, these are performed by the operating system. Now, the second system software includes language processor. You all know that our computer system understands only binary language. Binary language. That is in the form of 0 and 1. That is in the form of 0 and 1. So language processor are those hardware devices which converts our language into binary language, that is machine readable language or machine code, or source code to the machine code. So in this category of the language processor, the first language processor is the assembler. Assembler is that device which converts assembly language into the machine language. So all of you hear about the assembly language. What is assembly language? Assembly language consists of the mnemonics. Mnemonics. That is, it includes the language of symbols and different kinds of pictures and all other letters. That is the combination of, it is a symbolic language. So assembly language is a low level language which is converted to a machine level language by the assembler. Next is in this category is the compiler. We write all our programs in high level language, that is in C, C++ or any other language. And all of you in the 7th standard, all of you read about the QBasic. So these are all the high level languages, and compiler compiles our language into the machine code or machine understandable language, machine readable language, and compiler translate it to the binary language in the binary form. So compiler do it by all the instructions at one time. Compiler do it all the instructions at one time, and its execution is fast. Compiler executes fast than the interpreter. The third language processor is the interpreter. It is slow than the compiler because it executes each line of instruction one by one, only one instruction at a time, and compiler executes all the instructions only at one time, and it executes line by line each instruction one by one, that is interpreter. So the speed of the compiler is fast and the speed of the interpreter is slow. Now, in this category, we are going to discuss about the third system software, that is the utility software. Now, utility software are those softwares which helps the user to perform our daily routine task or frequently used task. Examples of the utility software includes first antivirus, data compressor, third one is the disk management system, disk manager, management software or disk manager, and or you may, the example of disk manager is the disk cleanup software. So these are all the examples of utility software. Antivirus, you use this antivirus to delete viruses from your system. Data compressor, you use data compressor to compress large files to reduce its size, or those files which take more space in your hard disk, you compress it with the help of data processor. Disk management or disk cleanup software, it cleans unused files that are unused for a long period of time. It cleans those files from the system. That is the disk management software or disk cleanup software. Okay, disk manager. Now, we are going to discuss here the topic cold booting and warm booting. Cold booting and warm booting. Now, in cold booting is that booting when we start the system from the for the first time. Start system for the first time. Okay, and warm booting is when we restart our system. When frequently system restarts, then it is called warm booting, and when the system starts for the first time, that is first time you start the system, that is called cold booting. So there are two types of booting process, cold booting and warm booting. Now, in this category, we are going to discuss about the programming languages. Now, the third, that is the part of the, these are all the parts of the system software. Now, come to the category of application software. Application software. Application software is also similarly kind of software, but this software is used to perform a particular task. particular task, that is to perform desktop publishing, or to work on MS Word, or to make spreadsheets using MS Excel, PowerPoint, so these are all the examples. Or you study Adobe Photoshop, okay, or Flash software to create animation or any picture or draw similarly type of animations using Adobe Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop or Flash softwares or Flash. So these are all the examples of the application software, because these are all are performing a particular task that is required by the user to perform a particular application or task. So desktop publishing, MS Office package including MS Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Adobe Photoshop and Flash. Now application software also includes general purpose. First is the general purpose. Second is the special purpose. And third one is the bespoke. Bespoke, customized or tailor-made. Tailor-made software. So general purpose software, when you use MS Office, these are all general purpose software. Or any suppose accounts related software, you make graphs, charts using MS Excel and using to create documents using MS Word or to create slides on MS PowerPoint. These are all the general purpose softwares, okay. And special purpose, now the special purpose software. Special purpose softwares are those softwares which includes such as the software related to your camera. Suppose you have to take photos from your camera and your system doesn't support your hardware device, that is your camera. When you attach your camera to your computer system, then these special type of softwares such as including hardware drivers or any device drivers, okay. So these are the special purpose softwares. When you use your camera, it doesn't support your computer system, so you install first the hardware drivers given by the manufacturer of the equipment, that is called the special purpose software. And now in the last, bespoke, customized or tailor-made software. So in the customized or tailor-made software category, we use suppose airline ticketing system, airline ticketing system, or railway reservation, so these are all special purpose softwares, or special not customized or tailor-made softwares such as airline ticketing system and railway reservation system, because these are all customized or tailor-made software that it only perform those tasks which includes the airline ticketing system or the railway reservation system. Now, in the last, we are going to discuss about the programming languages. Now, we are going to discuss about the programming languages. Programming languages. So, what are programming languages? Programming languages are those similar type of languages in which we create our program, means we give instructions to the computer. That is in the form of programming languages, and there are some rules of the programming languages called syntax rules of the programming language. Syntax rules. Syntax of the programming language, that is called the rules. Syntax is equal to rules. So the programming languages, there are different types of programming languages. Okay, we are going to discuss here programming languages. So the first programming language is the first generation language. First generation language. Okay, in the first generation language, as you all know that computer understands only binary language, that is 0 and 1. So computer understands only the machine language. Okay, and we write program in our language. So our language are high level languages, but computer understands only binary language, that is in the form of binary digits, that is 0 and 1. So the first generation language consists of the machine language or low level language. Low level language, that is in the form of 0 and 1, and we do not understand those languages which is understandable by the machine. This is called the machine code. Machine code. Okay. Now, the example of the first generation language is the machine language, that is the low level language, which is in the form of 0 and 1. This is also called the machine code. Okay. Now, assembly language. Second is the second generation language. Second generation language. In second generation language, the example of the second generation language is, the example of second generation language is assembly language. Assembly language. It is higher than the low level language, that is the machine language, but it includes some symbols or letters, and mainly it is called a symbolic language. Assembly language is a symbolic language. Symbolic language, and to convert this assembly language into the machine level language, we use assembler, which we discussed earlier in our video. So assembler converts this assembly language to the machine level language, machine or low level language, that is the machine language. So the assembly language is also in the category of low level language. So low level language, machine language is also a low level language because it includes symbols and different types of letters. So it not easily to understand all the symbols and all the codes, to learn all the codes or symbols of the assembly language. So assembly language is also a low level language, and it is a part of the second generation language, and it comes, assembly language comes in the year 1950. In the year 1950, assembly language introduced in the programming languages. It is a second generation language. Now, the third generation language, now the third generation language. Third generation language. Third generation language includes high level languages. High level languages that is understandable by the humans, that is we. We create these high level languages and we use English alphabetical letters and symbols and mathematical numerical letters, numerical digits in these high level languages, and use as our punctuation marks, semicolon, colon, comma, or different kinds of other symbols which we use in our languages. So high level language is our understandable languages. It is converted by the interpreter or compiler and converted to the machine level language. Okay, so interpreter and compiler converts high level language to the machine level language. Example of the high level language such as Pascal, okay, C, C++, okay, Java. So these are all the examples of the high level language. Now, fourth level language. Fourth level language. That is the fourth generation language. The fourth generation language that is very closer to the humans. That is very closer to the humans and created for the artificial intelligence. So the fourth level language is very closer to the human, created for the artificial intelligence or to store data, and give analysis and access data, okay, and give analysis to access data. Okay. So fourth generation language is very closer to the human, created for the artificial intelligence and to share, to store data and give analysis to access data and share it also on the share it through the web or on and share it to the other systems also. So the example of the fourth type of language is the SQL, that is the structured query language, mainly uses for the databases. Okay, databases. Now, in this category, we are going to discuss about the fifth generation language. Fifth generation language. In the category of the fifth generation language, there are programming languages that contain visual tools, that is the graphical tools or visual tools, which are included in the fifth generation language. And now the examples of the fifth generation language is the Mercury or the OPS 5. The example of the fifth generation language is the Mercury and OPS 5. It is used mainly in high technology devices, for example in robotics programming, or artificial intelligence, and spaceships. Okay, so these are all the fifth generation language, and Mercury and OPS 5 are the examples of the fifth generation language. Mainly they are used in the high technology devices, for example, and in artificial intelligence or in the spaceship programs. Okay, so these are all about the languages and hardware and softwares of the computer system and the types of the software, that is the application software and the system software. So in the next video we are going to discuss the next chapter. If you have any confusion in any topic, you can give your comment in our comment box in our videos. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.